Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Nice to see you.
Sheldon, welcome, my brother.
Yeah, I can't believe we're a week away. I get to hang out and man, I had to text people like you realize the show is next week.
I know it's crazy. I mean, it was just I was talking to Chelsea the other day, and it's like it seems like just yesterday we were in Orlando for MTE, and now we're here a week away from the expo, and then before we know it, MTE's going to be here again. And no, it's this year has gone by so fast, especially. I mean, I know you're so busy with all the different shows that you do, and congratulations, by the way, on the food truck expo. It looks like it's
Oh,
blowing
thank you. Yeah.
up. And it's been, I mean, crazy for myself on a personal side because since I left thinking, I resigned from the company and I went back on the Hale Trail this year. I was gone for 3.5, 4 months. So it's like, where did the time go? I don't know. It's just crazy. So
Sure. Yeah, no, it's been a crazy year all around with, the shows we've been doing, planning for PDR Expo, really planning for MTE because it's MTE's 25th anniversary. So
oh,
it's going to be a really fun one. We've been collecting photos and stuff from the past, and it's been a blast going through and seeing some of these literally like 24, 25-year-old photos from MT. So yeah, that's going to be one heck of a party. But first we have PDR Expo in Vegas, which is going to be amazing.
Right. By the way, I did invite Manny Lopez to come on with us tonight.
Oh, awesome!
Obviously, he'll be at the show next week. He's still in Wisconsin, and he has a horrible signal most of the time, so he's not sure if he's going to make it on or not. So if he pops in, I'll pull him in. If not,
yeah,
we love
no worries. No, Manny's been one of the biggest supporters, definitely of the PDR Expo. So
for sure, and yeah, I'm you know what? On a side note for Manny, I'm just so happy for the dude. It's his first time. I don't know if you even know, but it's his first time ever chasing Hale.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
And he went out for the very first time this year, and he's been in Wisconsin basically for the last 4 months. So I'm super excited for him to have. He's been up there. I think he's been up there working with Q and some of those guys up there. So and poor Buzz. I mean, his shop's only 20 minutes from my house. So
yeah,
all good. Well, all right. Topic at hand, PDR. Yes, I can't wait. What give us the rundown, everything that's going on. Give us
so for sure. Yeah, we're still at the Plaza, same place we've been. It's still the same building. No, it hasn't changed, but it's still in the great downtown. We have more vendors this year. In the past, we kind of had education on a stage on the floor, kind of off to the side. Kind of outgrew that. So we actually have some education in the morning. That means y'all have to get up. So get up, get a Bloody Mary, get over to, we only have 2 rooms. So you can pick, there's, 4 classes before the show kicks off on Friday. Got some really cool things with kind of a state of the industry update from Mike Wall within APDRT, kind of what they're seeing, what the data is showing them, where they think, what insurance companies are doing. And then a couple other really neat ones, like Jeet Fetty's leading a kind of like a roundtable. It's small businesses, what's keeping you up at night? He has said he has no agenda. He just wants to hear, like, what is your problem that is like really making your business struggle, and let's all figure it out together. So I think there's some really, really neat things that are going to come out of it. And it's really going to help us grow to that next level at PDR Expo. Because we might have outgrown the Plaza a bit. So we might have to be moving somewhere a little bigger next year. So let's do one more bang out year at the Plaza and have some great parties and maybe a wedding. How else can you go out downtown Vegas and not have a wedding?
All right. So I got a bone to pick with you about this whole wedding.
I knew this was coming.
Well, I'm sure you did, because I happened to be texting with a little birdie the other day, which I don't know if she caught what I was saying. So you're bringing an Elvis in to do the wedding.
This was not me. I even told Levon. I told him.
Well, I know it wasn't you, but the guy that's actually getting married, who happens to be a friend of mine, trust me, when I see him, it's on.
I was literally actually just texting with him, like, oh, I'm about to go live with Lee, talk to you in a minute. He's like, oh, he's my other half. He's the first half of me, because he's Levon. Right. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So when I heard y'all talking the other night on the podcast, I'm like, really? Another Elvis to marry? All right.
I'll let you and him duke that one out. That was
It
that
is,
was even the first thing I thought of when he said it.
at the, thank you, at least. I mean, at the end of the day, it's his wedding, or their wedding, I should say. So it's okay. You know,
Yeah, but
I might get over it. Maybe.
no, so yeah, we have 3 cars in the dent trials, so we have 24 competitors, I think it is, in the dent trials. We're gonna have 16 beginners, which is actually kind of I think one of the most fun ones to watch. And
Yeah.
I haven't actually told anyone this, but we actually have a couple spots to sell on site. So we reserved a few for hopefully someone to like have their buddy like, come on, man, go try this. Like, you're
Is that
new, like give it a shot.
in both competitions or just one or the other?
Just the beginner. We're completely sold out on the dent trials.
Well, and it's like I know I've got 2 former students in the competition. Um, there was supposed to have been a third, and I was so praying that this particular person would get in there because, first of all, she's about this tall, and she is a incredible young technician. And but there's priorities in life. Her brother's wedding is Saturday. That's sad.
And she's not competing. I mean,
Hey,
there are priorities in life.
trust me. I tried to pull every stunt that I could to get her there, but it is what it is. But so yeah, and she's probably watching somewhere, so she'll know I'm talking about her. No, those competitions are awesome. I know my 2 guys have called me recently, and it's like they're freaking out. I'm like, guys, just calm down, just have fun. It's the same thing with the debt trial. I mean, yes, it's a serious competition, and I so thank you again. I so appreciate what I get to do to help you guys out. But I'm in that ring with those guys, and I've done it, as you know, and it's a different world being in the competition. I don't think people really understand. I don't care who you are. I don't care how good of a tech you are. It could be Manny. It could be me. It could be Don. It can be anybody. Miro in there. It's a different world once you step into that competition. It's
Once
it's
the clock starts, I mean,
yeah.
a lot of people say their mind is blanks. Like, Andrew, April will be like, all right, go. And there's like, oh, what do I do with this tool? Like, what accessories am I, like, what am I doing?
Oh, I don't know if you've ever heard me tell you this, but the last time I did the competition at 21, which was because Manny called me out on a podcast, but that's besides the fact. I'm pretty damn good at glue pulling. I know my way around a glue gun, and I don't get nervous at anything. And I started on the rail, right? I got more glue on my fingertips than I did on. I mean, literally, I had a glue tab, and I'm pouring glue around on my fingers.
Yeah, it's actually a big bonus. We don't tell this, but if you like use your finger to pull the dent out with the glue, you actually get bonus points.
I could have done that. No, but it really is. It's the competition. I mean, the show is amazing. And the thing that I love about PDR Expo versus MTE, as phenomenal as MTE, and it's a huge show, and there's so many people there, and you get to catch up with people, and all of the vendors there, and not just the PDR vendors, but the detail guys, the coding guys, the glass guys, guys like Tom Williams, mobile, the booths that he sells, things that he sells. But the cool thing about PDR Expo from the PDR side is it is a little smaller. It's in it's not how big it is that makes it this way. It's the intimacy of this show compared to MTE. You legitimately have time to sit and actually have conversations with people at PDR Expo that you don't get the opportunity to at MTE.
Yeah.
And it's just because everybody is so busy and so crazy and just running and running and running and running. Not to say the PDX isn't busy. That's not what I'm saying. It's just the way it's laid out and the intimacy of it. You genuinely can have those conversations that you really want to have with people and network.
Right. And like I was talking with the marketing team about this, we promote it as like party. Like if you see like all of our ads and stuff, it's always like drinking and having fun. There is business that gets done. I mean, people wouldn't be coming back if there wasn't. But yeah, but it's one of those, have a trip to Vegas, make some fun out of it. and then, meet some connections that might help you throughout the next couple of years or take your business to the next level.
Oh, absolutely. And I've talked to several guys in the industry. I think I just accidentally turned my mic up too much. I'm sorry if it got loud. I've talked to a bunch of guys in the industry that I'm like, look, that networking factor, sure, you can go hang out with them. You can see all the new, you can play with all this stuff. It's like, us guys in the Bass Pro Shops looking at a sparkly bass boat.
Right.
We all know that. But they don't really understand how valuable that networking factor is. And, just as an example, what you were talking about with Gene, with that roundtable, just being able to sit and talk to somebody like Gene, or Kevin Burke, and all the guys that have been doing this as long as doing this, as like, what would you do in this situation? You have the opportunity to have that conversation, and it can make all the difference in the world in you and your business.
Yeah. And some of those guys feel unapproachable from a social media. Like I heard a conversation from Gene and another guy after his session last year at PDR Expo. And of course, Gene was going through some of these crazy glue things and saying how he would have done it and whatnot. And the guy's like, well, can I get your advice on this, to show some pictures? Like, I screwed it up, but what do you think I could have done? And Gene's like, oh, next time try this. And then Gene said, just, text me like next time you have this. The guy's, dude, no, I can't. He's like, no, I'm serious. Like, just shoot me a quick text and I'll give you some advice. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, it was so funny. I was on the phone with Cassandra, Work Better Half, like a month ago, I think, and we were talking about just those types of things. The after party. When was it? It was Thursday. The award ceremony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, aka the day I proposed to Chelsea. But anyhow, no, we've not officially set a date yet. Nobody asked. But we went over to that after party over the courtyard, and it was so funny. I was talking to Kurt, and I hadn't had a chance to talk to Kurt in so many years. So we were sitting there talking, but Cassandra came over to me, and she said, "Hey, there's a few guys over here would love to meet you. Can I borrow you?" Like, of course. Well, I stood over and talked to these guys for like 45 minutes an hour. They were brand new in the industry. They'd never been to MTE or PDR Expo before. And I got done talking to them. I gave them all my phone number. I'm like, "Call me if you need anything." That's what we do. That's who we are.
Right.
And she was telling me, we hadn't talked about it since when I was on the phone with her recently, that these guys kept coming up to me over the rest of the weekend going, "Oh my God, Lee gave us his phone number, or we got to meet this person, and we met this person, and we got to do this." And that's part of what the shows are about.
Right.
Lee,
you are breaking up a little bit. We're getting like every other word on.
Am I?
I think that's better.
Is that better? Sorry,
yeah, I think it was a little bit farther.
I was relaxing back. But that's the one of the most cool things for me is being able to meet people in this industry that I don't know. I mean, let's face it, I've been around the industry for a very long time. There's a lot of guys that have been around this industry for a very long time, and we know a ton of people. But I don't know everybody, and I sure don't know all the new guys. And I love meeting new people. I love being able to help people. And the more people in the industry the better off you are. Period.
Yeah. And that's like my biggest ask for everyone in the industry. If you've been to PDR Expo or MTE, tell your friends. Tell them why it is, because I get it. It's an expense, definitely for the Orlando one if you're in California. But man, tell your friends what you learned and all that. And we can only tell you so much. That word of mouth is really that's our biggest marketing tool we have.
Well, and that you're absolutely right. I mean, the reality to it is, Sheldon, you work for the company that puts it on. You are responsible for the show. Right. So of course, everybody expects you to blow sunshine up everybody's ass and talk up how incredible the show is. The show is incredible, but that's coming from you. I am pseudo affiliated because of what I get the opportunity to do. And everybody knows how much I love the shows. But it's when other guys that maybe have only gone to their first show or 2 shows and going, "Oh my God, this is what happened. You have to go."
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah. And then, I throw this out every podcast I think I've ever done. I always say, if you go to any of my shows and you don't learn anything or don't meet anyone, I'll give you your money back. No questions asked. No one's ever taken me up on it because you'd have to literally just be passed out in your hotel bed the entire time. Which, dead guys is a possibility, but
true. But no, you're right. I mean, you just are. You're going to run into people that we're all basically like-minded. We're all in the industry. We all do this for a living,
and generally have the same problems. I mean,
exactly.
Realistically, yeah.
And that's the part that so many guys don't understand. I mean, okay, now I'm currently in Southern California. I'm not in Texas anymore, so I've been here for 4 years. I deal with the same stuff as far as our industry goes in Southern California that I did in Texas, as the same thing that some guy in New Jersey is dealing with, or Nebraska, or Florida. So this is our platform to be able to get through all that. One other quick thing that I want to mention along the lines of the conversation I had, and I won't say too much about that conversation because we talked about some cool stuff. New people. This is just a PSA for new guys coming to the shows. If this is your first show or second show or whatever, don't be afraid to come up to anybody that you even recognize, maybe from a podcast or from social media. Don't be afraid to walk up to any of us. I don't care who it is. We'll talk. We don't bite. We're not going to, we want to help you. I can't think of a single person that I personally know in this industry that have been doing it a long time that will look at you and go, "Get away from me, kid. I don't want to talk to you." That's not the case.
There's really not the egos anymore.
Yeah. If you show up to a show and you just feel uncomfortable or intimidated, leave that at the door. Please. I'm serious. I'm very, very serious. I'm begging you. Leave that at the door.
And of course, yeah, come up to me. I'm not a PDR guy. I can't tell you about the problems, but I will buy you a beer and introduce you to someone that is, I've been around a long time and you will want to talk to. And I'd love to buy you a beer because that means I get to get me a beer. And I love that. Right. That's a business expense.
Okay. So besides the competitions, so what all education stuff are we doing?
So there, like I said, there's 2 rooms. On Friday, we're going to start at 9 a.m. We're going to have one session from 9 to 10, another session from 10 to 11. Then the show floor opens, we have competition. And then that's Friday. Then we're all going to meet at the carousel bar, like the one outside. Mm-hmm. And we'll see where the night takes us. It's kind of just a meeting spot. We'll see. We'll probably go to Circa like we always do and see our bartenders and keep them in business another year. And then some will stay out too late. And that's why on Saturday, education doesn't start till 10 because I know no one's going to be there at 9.
Right.
So we will have some education. I'm actually really, really excited about one. April Kinsey is going to moderate a panel, and she's never done this before, and she's nervous, and I cannot wait. I know she's going to be amazing. But it's about add-on services at your shop or for yourself, like, glass repair, ceramic coating, PPF, like all the other things you could be selling while you're taking it out.
Nice. That's awesome.
I think it's the detail side. It's one of the biggest add-on. Like add-ons are just where everyone's making money now. So I really do think it's going to be insightful, and I hope people pick something up that they can make more money on back home.
And honestly, my own fault. I haven't looked at the floor plan yet. Do you have a little bit larger detail footprint this year compared to last year?
Not so more of the side ones. It's still like the odor removal, the glass repair, not so much like ceramic coating or anything. We are actually working on a very big partnership next year with IDA, which is the International Detailers Association, to actually co-locate. They do this week in California, they're doing their big week-long training and sessions.
Right.
So the president and I were talking like, why don't we co-locate? That's better for everyone. And then, you know, if the detailers want to come learn some PDR want to go learn some detailing, we can kind of just, you know,
Sure.
go into both. So a lot like MTE, just we'll keep our own brands, but that's kind of the future. That I don't want it to be an MTE, but we'll just have some of that side, because I know so many dent guys that are doing PPF right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, so many net guys have added on PPF and coatings, and you know, even the detail side. I mean, a lot of guys do, and I mean, you know, uh, Anson just added on Rubens as they distribute Rubens products now. So I just saw that on a post the other day. I thought, correct, which is cool. It's great.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you usually have to clean it up a little bit, so why not? I mean, why not bring the biggest brands in?
You know, you don't have to get into detailing to know, you know, have the right stuff.
Right. But then the biggest, not the biggest, but my favorite new addition is Sunday. For those that are still at the plaza, we're gonna have a little pool party. So come bring your, go get undressed. Come bring your, you know, half naked self to the pool. Get a Bloody Mary on me, and we'll veg out and nurse our hangovers.
And what time is that? From what to what?
I'll be there at 11. I think I have the cabanas all day. I have no idea what time that even starts, but you know, I'm sure someone from my team will be there to get us checked in. And
whichever one,
I think we got us like 3 cabanas, so we can go get some, hang out. My tab will be open, and we'll have some.
Whichever one is the least hungover will get down there first.
Exactly.
After Saturday night, that's fair. That'll be great. So let's see. We got the competitions. We got education. Anything else? Those Sundays.
I guess I have to ask, like, you've been there since the beginning? What are you looking forward to?
Well, besides tools, always. I mean, I always want to see the new stuff that's out there. I know Dent Reaper got a couple of new things. I know Dent Slayer's got new stuff coming out. Anson's
he wouldn't let me even tease it. I tried to, like, can I at least tease? He said no. All right.
How about John?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know a little. But you know, I'm excited for him. Honestly, twofold. One, because I am back independent again. And there's some things that I'm got in the works that I want to accomplish. I can't wait to be able to have those conversations with so many people in the industry that I only stupidly, partially my fault, talk to at shows. So there's a handful of people that I really want to see that to sit down and have those conversations with. So the networking conversations are what I always look forward to the most. You know, seeing what tools are out there, and the other, like I mentioned before, meeting people that I've never met. You know, I genuinely look forward to it.
Yeah.
Maybe,
you know, like you mentioned, I'm so bad like you know, you see someone, you know, once or twice a year, like, oh my gosh, we have to connect and talk, but this is such a great idea. Then you see them, you know, 6 months later at the show again. Like, oh, we never talked about that.
Right.
That is one of my biggest flaws too. Like we solve the world's problems every night and then never follow up with it.
This is true. Absolutely. Yeah. And it does happen. I mean, the bad part about it is every single one of those conversations, we all have the utmost intention and really want to follow through on it, but life just gets in the way a lot of times, you know.
Yeah, still have to go chase tail or go back to your day job.
Exactly. So, but it you know, and that's the reason why it's like, ooh, crap, that's next week. I didn't get that done.
Yeah, it's like September already. I mean, I was talking to a guy today. Like, he's like, "Oh yeah, I need to like book my plane tickets and stuff." And like, dude, it's next week. It's not like next month. I guess I should do that.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the fortunate things about me living in Southern California is I just drive. It's 4 hours. You know, I will have to admit, even though I'm somewhat embarrassed by admitting to this, is I don't have a damn clue for a costume.
If it's what?
A costume.
Oh,
I don't have
like you completely. I think we should do like a group poll and see. We should like vote on it.
Well, that would be fabulous because I legit. It's like having writer's block. I'm out. So after my debacle in Orlando with Darth Vader this last year, because I literally almost passed out, I had that helmet on for 10 minutes. And when I took it off after 10 minutes, I couldn't breathe. I was white as a sheet. Everybody thought I was going to pass out, and I was literally dripping sweat. Chelsea has banned me from wearing helmets or masks.
Fair enough.
For the most part. I just can't come up with anything. So
we could, I mean, it's Vegas. We could do they have those street performers. We could do a theme of the street performers, which
I'm not wearing a thong, Sheldon.
I didn't say that one. I mean, again, we can vote on this.
Ain't nobody want to see that. I was thinking about just going fancy or like one sparkly jacket kind of thing. Well, I mean, I'll still do something.
Well, actually, I hadn't even told you this yet, but I would like you, after every person's done with the dent trials, or maybe beginner as well, competing, I want you to interview them like a sportscaster type thing. Like, all right, what was going through your head? How do you think you did? So you could,
sure.
Do some Joe Rogan, get some like hammer fist.
You can do that. No, absolutely. And I might have trouble translating for a couple of them, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we can figure it out. But I think it'd be cool then to just to get their thoughts. Mm-hmm. They always kind of like walk away and they're flustered, but it'd be cool to like get them in the moment. Like, what do you think you did? How did it look?
Absolutely, but I need somebody to record that.
No, yeah, I got that part.
Cool. I figured you. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be great.
I was just supposed to tell you, probably not live on the air, but check it off, Casey. We got it done.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes we don't think about stuff until we're on the air or right as we pick up. So as long as you got it, and I know my green screen is messing up. You can see my neon sign right there popping in every once in a while. Sorry, nobody's perfect. I don't have the big studio set up like Sheldon does for Convex.
Oh, I just have a Mac. You can see we can go do pull-ups if you want. There's my pull-up bar.
Nice. I actually have to shut mine off in my camera. Here.
But yeah, realistically, it's gonna be a great weekend. Like as Daryl Wolf said, it's gonna be fun. Daryl's gonna be there with odor removal, and he always does well, and he meets good people, and he's helping us bring more dealerships in, which is a big part of it.
There's my cluster.
Nope. Oh, look at all those badges.
Yeah, look. I keep them right here. And actually, I think I'm missing a few.
Wow. It's impressive. Oh, and Daryl said, let's have a bachelor party for Lee next weekend.
What? Speaking of that, oh, here they are. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn that on. I've never actually used StreamYard before. I've always used Stream, and this is the first time I've set up live with StreamYard, so I forgot to click the buttons like I said. I'm just sitting here seeing a couple of the guys' comments real quick. You see this dude right here? That's one of the beginner competitions. That's one of my boys.
Oh, nice.
Jesse Harrison. Hey, Chris. Randy's on here. Hey, Randy. What did Chris say?
Yeah, I saw Chris said, I need to get partnered with Detail Mafia. Yeah, Rennie Doyle, we work together quite a bit. And yes, there's actually a couple things in the pipeline, can't talk about yet, but there's some stuff coming.
Chris has got his slam, so apparently he's not going to be in the competition. He wanted to be.
But it was Chris that said he had a new invention coming, though, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And hey, girl. Well, we have it Saturday. I can tell you that because we're actually going to several of us are going to the Unity show at the Sphere.
Nice.
The rave show. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, no no concert this year unless it happens and I don't know about it. Not that that's ever happened, but
Never.
we got the wedding, and we're gonna celebrate Levon. And
so for those that don't know, Levon, and I don't know his fiance's name. I forget. You know what it is?
Amy.
Amy. So Levon and Amy are getting married. When is the wedding?
Saturday at 8 p.m. I believe it's a very small thing, so they're it's kind of invite only to get in, but we're all going to kind of celebrate them after.
That's kind of what I was assuming. So very good. And if y'all don't know Levon, it's just a den out of the North Houston area, more of the Woodlands area. Levon's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. So if you don't know him,
yeah, I met him in Texas at Anson when he was one of the first people to compete in it was the first dent trials that I ever did at Anson's shop that year.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't know a lot of people. I didn't know him. He was the first time competing. And I don't think he'll be mad at me saying he did not do well. But he's been at every PDR, every MT since, and I got to hand him the third place trophy last year at MTE. So that was pretty cool.
Yes, we did. Absolutely.
And he's made some great connections, and man, yeah, he's like one of the great success stories of why I do these trade shows. Like that's the reason. So
absolutely, he really is. There's guys out there like him, and there was one person specifically I wanted to just brain fart his name. Never mind, because if I try to figure out what his name is and I mention it, he's going to be pissed at me for forgetting his name. I'm out. Never mind. I agree with you. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah. And then, I'm just going to tease this a little bit. We will be making an announcement at the show about the future of the PDR Expo competitions. The dent trials are going to stay there. There will be a beginner, but we're going to be adding something new that's going to be incredible, and it's going to draw some of the best talent from around the world. And I can't wait to flesh it out a little bit. That's why I don't want to talk about it yet, but I cannot wait for the future of PDR Expo in Vegas.
Very cool. I can't wait to hear, because every time we add or adjust something on the competitions, they just get better. Yeah. They really do. Speaking of the competitions, let's stop for a second and just pay homage to the level of repairs that these guys are doing today. I remember I forget what year my first MTE was, but the very first time I watched the competition, 12 or 13 years ago, the dents were good. Don't get me wrong. They were great. But now in all of these competitions, it takes an hour to figure out the top 8 or 10 because they're so close and they're so good.
Yeah, you look at the car after, like you would never know there's a dent in it. But it's really incredible. Without the lights and everything, it's just class.
You missed that, didn't you?
What?
I talked over you. I said, or we have to replace the door. One of the two.
Well, there's been that. Sorry, Obi, past employee. We used his hood for the beginner competition one year, and I had to buy him a new hood.
A couple of years ago. I remember
that was rough.
So I have had a bunch of people ask me, and hopefully I haven't given you this information. I assume that, speaking of the beginner competition, that we're still doing creases and hoods as we have.
Yes, that will be the same rules, same all that, same 2 year. You have to be under 2 years at the time of competition.
Correct.
Have to have someone vouch for you, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, and that crease is no gimme. It really is.
And that's what we have to keep doing every year, is making the dents a little bit harder, even on the other competitions, so that it's actually, not perfect.
Well, yeah. You got to get to a point that, they still have, like we always say, they have to be repairable, but you have to challenge these guys. Everybody's just at a level that we're gonna have to do something to challenge them.
Yeah, I don't know with Jean Vidic. I don't know what we do if we blindfold him, and then we'll probably still get it.
You know what? I don't think that would work. Jean figure out a way to do it by braille, dude. I'm telling you. I don't know what. I mean, short of like make him push through a double wall. I don't know. We need to have some committee to figure this out because
I
there's
will
no.
take that bet. That I bet we can blindfold him and he can still get a dent out better than.
Now, see, that's a competition that I would want to watch. I think we take the winners from the last like 5 years, we blindfold all of them and make them one of the beginner.
That could be interesting. I like that. I like
I
that
do
a
too.
lot.
I think that would be fun, actually. And you know what? I wonder how many of them would actually do it. I bet you all of them would.
I think so. And that's
Yeah.
I know a couple of the judges have always wanted a judge competition. And I'd like to see that too. But there's
That would be fun.
yeah. There's some fun stuff, and that's what I want to do with the Vegas show. I want to keep it fun. Of course, it's professional, and there's still, if you win, you win a prestigious award. No one's taking that away.
Sure.
But we're gonna have some fun along the way. It's Vegas.
That's exactly, and that's the real key. And that's the key to the show, also. I mean, and especially the competitions. Yes, they're serious. Yes, these guys genuinely want to win, and it means a lot to these guys when they win. But at the end of the day, it's also just for fun. That's the whole key to the competitions. That's why we
Yeah. So, and we all need a little fun in our lives nowadays. Everything's so serious.
This is true. Chris said, when will we be doing an aluminum competition? And
I've been pushing that for a while because we have to get these cars. They're definitely not rentals because that would be awful to return.
Absolutely, nobody ever does that.
But everything's going aluminum, and I want it to be real world scenarios. This is what you push every day. Let's do it.
I agree. I mean, let's face it. I mean, everybody. I mean, it's I remember 100 years ago, back when our tools were made from flints. There were so many guys in the industry. Oh, you can't fix aluminum. I mean, everything's aluminum now. If you can't fix aluminum, sell your tools. I mean, get out of the business because that. And Chris, I agree with you. Chris just said aluminum is my jam. I love it. I agree with you, unless it's stupid. If it's stupid, that's a different story. But I mean, I'm old now. Anything stupid, I don't want to use it anyway. But the reality of it is, I love working aluminum, and one of the reasons is it forces me to slow down. I like. I don't even know if this is the real world. I'm sure somebody will call me out on this real word. I can't talk. I like the tediousness of aluminum because it will move. It'll move fine. You can put it back. You just better be careful with it, and you got to work it right.
Yeah, and it just takes longer, like you said.
Yeah, but it's like I said, I like working on it. I agree with Chris. I don't have an issue with it. I've never had an issue with it. I mean, but it is what it is. That would be cool. But you know what? It's not even so much being cool. It's just a reality of there's going to be a point that we don't have doors that are steel. I ran into this, and they still run into it. When I was with Dean King, having to get strap hoods to start training them. We're running out of steel hoods. There's practically no steel hoods left out. So at a point, I started training guys all, starting them off on aluminum. I physically didn't have a choice. So, and the bottom line is, if you can fix aluminum, you can fix steel.
What's it do? What Chris just said, you started aluminum. It was hard for him to learn steel after. That's the first I've heard of that.
And I'll answer it for him, and Chris, jump in and correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why it was harder for him after he learned aluminum, because he got so used to having to push harder to get that movement in the aluminum that once he jumped on the steel, it was harder for him to rein that pressure. Is what my assumption is.
You're just too buff, Chris. You got to work out less.
So I'm waiting for him to agree or disagree with me, but most likely that's what it is. Yeah. But it would be fun. It really would.
At the end of the day, with the cars we're getting, it might come down to definitely an MTE with the Olympics. Whatever cars we have, you get a dent on whatever it is, and there's a degree of difficulty like in diving.
Mhm.
Like this one is going to be harder than this one, and you saw at the same time, but you get a little multiplier on it. So there, there's a lot of things in the future we might have to deal with.
Yeah. Oh,
Who
absolutely.
knows what the auto industry is coming up with? It has changed so much in the past 10 years that with braces and everything, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to push some of the stuff anymore.
Well, you've seen, there's a reason why we don't work very much on a Cybertruck. I know my children doesn't want to push on that. Hey, Dwayne.
Dwayne D.
Not only steel, but a high strength steel is a ball. And just because you've never pushed on it, out of curiosity, and I know you're probably going to argue with me about this, but my best description for you, Sheldon, would be high strength steel being a little bit closer to aluminum, but kind of the right in between as far as how they push. You
Doesn't have
definitely
as much. So is it to have more or less memory?
high strength steel has no memory. It's got more memory than aluminum, but not
Okay,
as
so
much.
it does have some memory. Okay.
But it's not even so much the memory factor. It's just the pressure factor of it, really. Without going in a lot of depth that would bore you.
No, no, I've threatened to come train with you a bunch, but then I'd probably quit this, and I don't know if we'd have an expo. So
I just got called out by Cassandra.
oh.
I just got texted and I leaned back again. The ever watching mother.
Yeah.
So, well, the only other thing that wait, you did what? You ruined a Mustang the other day? Bro.
What kind of Mustang? Hold on. What are we talking here?
Yeah, are we talking every day run of the mill V6?
Like a V6 or like a GT350?
Right. You're not talking about the white ghost, are you? No, that's not a political statement. There's actually a Mustang called a white ghost. Before anybody calls me out. Jesus. So the only other thing that I did want to address, if you don't mind, real quick, Kevin Hellwood Foundation. First and foremost, I know Anson, and we're doing some stuff. There's going to be a table up front at the PDR Expo. I know Anson doing a bunch of giveaways as usual. I'm sure we'll be doing a raffle and all the different stuff. I do have a quick video that I'll put up at the very end that talks about the upcoming bass tournament and the golf tournament. We have a 2-day bass tournament, Tuesday and Wednesday. The golf tournament is Wednesday. Now, for everyone out there that has reached out to Randy, especially if you want to be a sponsor, sponsoring one of the boats, guys, please be patient with him. Randy's had a whole bunch of stuff going on. He is not ignoring anyone. And this is also my fault as well. I just got home a couple of weeks ago, so it's been crazy trying to get stuff done. Everyone that has reached out that wants to sponsor a boat, you're in. We've got you handled. We've got you on a list. I know there's been a couple of people that have called me or questioned and wanted to make sure that you're good. We've got you. Okay, Randy's got it handled. There are plenty of sign-up spots still available for sure Tuesday for the bass tournament. So if you want to be able to play the golf tournament on Wednesday, sign up for the Tuesday. And then you sign up for the golf tournament on Wednesday. Susan is handling, our Hail Princess is handling the golf tournament. And I'm going to start trying to get the post out, and we'll especially right after PDX, I'll start doing some lives so we can start talking about it. I'll make sure all that information gets out. If anybody has any questions about anything and you're at the expo, please come find me. I'll give you the information you need. Just wanted everybody to know nothing has changed. Everything is status quo. We've got everybody. We've got your names on list. If you've already put interest in, or if you've already signed up to fish or to play golf, we've got you. Everything is good to go. So, and Kevin Hellwood Foundation.org. If you want any more information on as far as the dates, the costs, and things, I won't go into all the numbers right here, but I've got all that information. Or if anybody just wants to ask me questions, y'all know how to get hold of me. Or the DM, Instagram, Facebook, email me, call me. Y'all, if y'all can't get a hold of me, you're not trying, and everybody knows that. So, well, sir,
Well, great chatting with you.
always. I can't wait for next week. You know, it'll be here. I'll be there. We'll be there like late Thursday afternoon. Chelsea's off campus at 1, and we're heading straight there. So we'll be there probably about 5 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I assume Thursday we'll have movement. I assume even Wednesday night we're all gonna be hanging out by Carousel Bar to start the night and see where it takes us. And
I
we'll
have a
do that.
feeling I'll just sniff for the bourbon and I'll find y'all.
Yeah, for the bourbon or cigars, and you'll find some of us.
Bourbon, cigars, or the Mick Ultra, one of the three.
Yeah.
I'll find you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Lee. I always
All right,
appreciate talking to you.
you guys, thank y'all so much. I'm going to throw a quick video up here as Sheldon as we bounce out of here. We'll see y'all next week at the show. Can't wait to see everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye.